And welcome back to Lilly Field on the campus of California University of Pennsylvania for today's second half of this PSAC-West Doubleheader between the California Vulcans and the Clarion Golden Eagles. On the screen, that's the records before today's first game. So California now moves to 6-3 overall and in conference, and Clarion moves to 3-6, 1-6 in conference. And we're getting set for game two. On the mound for the California Vulcans, we have a new pitcher, of course, because this is game two. Will be on the mound for the Vulcans. That is the birthday girl, Kelsey Barron. We're talking to the mayor before the game, and he mentioned that it is her birthday. He's in tune with everything. So Kelsey Barron getting a birthday start. So hopefully we'll see what she can do here for the Vulcans in game two. And she'll meet a lineup for the Clarion Golden Eagles: Clarissa Giordano, Brooke Klein, Mackenzie Wolf, Jessica Cartier, Rebecca Kelly, Hannah Norton, Megan Anderson, Allison Gilliam, Rachel Hersey, and Aaron Boyler. So the last three names are new. They do not participate in game one, so we'll get those information as we go. So we're set for the first pitch of game two. California won game one, 11-3, run rule in the bottom of the sixth. First pitch of the game, ball one. First pitch at 3:17 in the afternoon. Second pitch is strike. So it runs the count 2 even, 1-1. Nice pitch on the outside. Paints the corner for a strike, 1-2. There's Kelsey Barron, the right-hander. Saw her warming up between games. She has a lot of velocity as a pitch is slapped to Jaquay at second. Underhands it to first for the first out. So score that 4-3 and quickly one away here in the top of the first. So Jaquay doing a good job of just staying down on that ground ball. And that'll bring up the number 2 hitter for Clarion. That's shortstop Brooke Klein. She is a sophomore. She played in game one. Klein steps in. First pitch, slow and away, ball one. So you can hear the wind freshening again. It's blowing pretty much directly from left center field right to home plate. So definitely aiding the pitchers today. Ball two. Saw a pretty wild game one. California winning 11-3. Couple big innings in the middle part led to the California victory. 2-0 pitch, fouled out of play off our screen by Klein. 2-1's the count. Again, if this was the first game you're watching on CUTV Sports 1 this year, due to COVID restrictions of the press box and press box limitations size-wise, our camera, as there's a pitch goes outside 3-1, is stationary. So you have a stationary camera in that you're seeing now. Then our camera 2 extraordinaire Nolan Beastline will be getting the close-ups here, and there's a good shot of Barron. Pitch slapped to the shortstop, fielded, throw over to first base, and out number 2. And a great play by Alexa Pastor, charging the ground ball and getting the out. So 2 up, 2 down. Quickly here for the Golden Eagles. That'll bring up Mackenzie Wolf, the left fielder. She's a junior, and again, she played in game one. Once again, Kelsey Barron. Wolf is a ball. And there's a ground ball over to Jaquay. Jaquay gets down, fields it, underhands it to first. 1, 2, 3 go the Golden Eagles in the bottom of the first. So, as we did in the first game, we had a chance to talk to Coach Bertinoli about his team's performance so far in the 2021 season. Here's what Coach had to say in pregame.
Our team's been doing very well. Obviously, we're 5-3. We could be a little better than that. We've worked on some things. Our practices here in the last couple of days have been outstanding. We're looking for a sweep.
There's Coach Bertinoli walking to his spot in the third base coach's box. As he said, he's very proud of his team so far, and A lot of offense for the Vulcans in this season. We're going to take a look at the tail of the tape. This is the tail of the tape before game one of the doubleheader. Didn't have enough time to compute anything, but see California over Clarion offensively. A little bit better average, hits, runs, home runs, but pitching is right where the big change is and big edge for the Vulcans. See, California has an ERA of 1.38, Clarion 6.51, and then one of the biggest Achilles heels for the Golden Eagles. They are walking almost twice as many as they are striking out. So a lot of free passes. We saw that kind of nip them in the heels in game one. So California hoping to continue the hot stretch that they had in the last couple innings of game one here in game two. And the lineup for the Vulcans is Brooke Wilson, Selena Jaquay, Paige Wilson, Charity Henderson, Shayna Postler, Melissa Young, Jordan Pineri, Michaela Machinsky, and Alexa Pastor. So basically the same lineup. The only change is the pitcher, Kelsey Barron. So, and on the mound for the Golden Eagles, Megan Anderson. On the season, she is 0-1. Sweet, good shot of Anderson, the sophomore pitcher. And now Brooke Wilson. First pitch taking, ball one. Wilson, the catcher for the Vulcans, coming back this season as a senior, has had some injury problems in her career here at for the California, so it's good to see her back in the lineup and producing at a high level for California. Had a very effective game one, as most of her teammates did as well. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. So Megan Anderson gets her first strike. Brings the count to 2-1. Two-one pitch. Nice changeup. Froze everybody. Almost froze me announcing as Anderson. You could almost see the rotation of that ball coming in. Ball could have been going more than 45 miles an hour. Evens the count at 2. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swings and tapped foul. Took off a little bit and sped the bat up of Wilson. Brooke Wilson receiving encouragement from her teammates in the Vulcan dugout. And another change here at Newley Field is the Vulcans will be in the first base dugout. For years they were in the third base dugout. So here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and shot to shortstop. Throw to first and quickly one away. Nice little backhand play by the shortstop for Clarion, so that'll be the first out of the inning.
Next up, second baseman number 6, Selena Jaquay.
And that'll bring up Selena Jaquay. So saw Brookline with a good play. Now the left-handed batter, Selena Jaquay, had a good game one. First pitch outside will be called for a strike. Just caught the outside corner. So Jaquay, the left-handed batter. Pitches outside, ball one. Jaquay on the season, batting .207. Raised her average a little bit in game one. Slaps it to shortstop. Coming on, makes the catch, and the throw to first is in time. So Klein had to charge in on that to get the speedy Jaquay, and that'll be the second out of the inning.
With 2 outs now, batting first baseman 29, Paige Wilson.
So that'll bring up first baseman Paige Wilson. Ball one outside. Wilson on the season is batting a cool .500, which is outstanding for an everyday player. Second pitch is inside, called strike one. 1-1. So Megan Anderson on the mound, 0-1 on the season. She is a sophomore for the Golden Eagles. Pitch. Rolls it. Ball two. So we see the catcher, Cartier, very active in game one. 2-1's the count. Just underway here from Holyfield, bottom of the first. Clarion nothing doing at the top. And there's a swinging strike. Wilson got ahead of the off-speed pitch outside. Evens the count at 2-2-2. Anderson, 2-2. Outside was going to be foul tip, 2-2. Wilson doing a good job of just getting that check swing out of play to keep herself alive in the bottom of the first. Beautiful afternoon here at Lilyfield. And there's a 2-2 pitch, going to be fouled out of play. Hits the road and goes into the woods, so that'll be something for the deer to play with later as it goes over the ravine here, just off to the left here of Lilyfield. 2-2 pitch. No one looks back, wondering if there is in fact a ravine over there. 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. Directly back to us, safe from harm by the brand new backstop and net here at Lilyfield. It's about 15 feet higher than the old backstop and netting here was at Lilyfield. So it takes a pretty good foul ball to get up over the backstop. 2-2 is the count. 2 outs. 2s are wild. Slapped into right field, and that ball will be caught. A nice diving catch by the right fielder for Clarion.
No hits, no errors, and nobody left on base after one full inning play.
Carissa Giordano flashing the leather right there, and that'll be a flashy end to the first inning. So after one, no runs, no hits, no errors, goose eggs on the board for everybody. And while we have it second, let's take a look at the PSAC standings. Once again, this is before Game 1 and before today's action, so this kind of gives an idea, snapshot of what's going on in the PSAC. Seton Hill 4-0, 7-3 overall. Then you see Cal U, IUP, and Mercyhurst all at 5-3. California and IUP last weekend split a 4-game series, 2-2. Each team splitting at home. And then you see Pitt, Johnstown, and Edinburgh at 2-2. Then Gannon, Clarion, and Slippery Rock. Gannon, slow start. They were picked to be the cream of the crop in the PSAC. California, the first season opening 4-game series at Cal and Gannon. California went 3-1. So very good start for Coach Bertinoli and his team as we move to the top of the second. And Cartier coming up to the bat, the cleanup hitter for the Golden Eagles. First pitch hacking. Nothing doing for a strike. Cartier, right-handed batter. Has those hands out in front of her face. 0-1 pitch, rolls up. Blocked by Wilson. But we saw we noted in the first game, Cartier has those hands out in front of her eyes. We see right here, good shot from right behind. Right in front of her chin. 1-1 pitch is outside and high, ball 2. So that's definitely helping her try and keep her hands ahead, and pretty much a pull hitter is Cartier. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Good pitch by Barron, low and in the dirt, and made Cartier fish after that. Kelsey Barron on the season, 2.62 ERA, 1-0. And a strikeout for Kelsey Barron. Good pitch right there, just has Cartier swinging and missing. That'll be the first out of the inning, and the first strikeout for Kelsey Barron. Again, Barron coming into this game, 2.62 ERA, 1-0. She's appeared in 2 games, started one complete game, and gave up 3 earned runs and had 5 strikeouts, and opponents were batting 167 against her. There's a foul ball by the new batter, Rebecca Kelly. She pitched and played first base in Game 1. Made an outstanding play on a foul ball in Game 1 where she was running up against the first base dugout and made a nice play right in front of the fence before crashing into it. 0-1 pitch. Rolls up there. Ball 1. Also saw Kelly rope a shot, an extra base hit in Game 1. So lefty on righty matchup, hands held high for Kelly. Here's the pitch. Slaps one into center field, and right at the center fielder for the Vulcans, Alyssa Young barely had to move, and that'll be the second out of the inning. So Alyssa Young,
next up, third baseman, number 23.
Playing perfect position, and that'll be the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Hannah Norton, third baseman for Clarion. Saw her in game 1. So the changes for the Clarion lineup are in a couple positions here in the batting order. 2 outs here, top of the second, no score. Barron's pitch, strike on the outside. And that snapped the glove of her catcher, Wilson. So we see Norton wearing the 23. Steps back in. A lot of noise from the dugouts, both to the left and right of us. Second pitch, just outside. Might have also been low. Ball 1. See Norton facing Barron. Barron's pitch. Nice little change of pace. Just catches the outside and go to 2 or 1 and 2 now. 1 and 2, 2 outs. Top of the second. No score here from Lilyfield. And the 1-2 pitch rolls up. Saw it go off the left pad of Brooke Wilson. So Brooke Wilson a little active so far in this game. Two's a wild, 2-2. There's a shot right back to Barron. Barron knocks it down, throws over to first, and that ends the inning. A good job of recovery was Kelsey Barron, knocked it down, and that will be the end of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors. California and Clarion remain scoreless. And now while we have a chance, we're going to look at the team leaders for California. And once again, this is before game 1. As we know, Paige Wilson's leading the team, and she's up over or right around 500. She was coming into this doubleheader leading the team at 481. She also had 13 hits. And Henderson, we're going to take a look at the boss dancing the baby shark here. Matt Kiefer's and his wife Laura's little one. And we always got to dance to baby shark here. Is the little boss taking care of everything here, keeping his eyes on everything. I thought I was going to get the headset on him today, but he decided to take a nap between games. And Nolan asked if he could take a nap between games, but I told him no, he couldn't. Then we started talking about food, and that woke him up. So there's the boss shark right now as we are going into the bottom of the second here. Scoreless game here for the Vulcans. It will be Charity Henderson, Shanna Posler, and Alyssa Young.
For KU, leading off the inning, right fielder number 37,
and Henderson, as we saw on that screen, came into this game leading the Vulcans in home runs with 3. And is a very good right fielder for the Vulcans as well. So stepping in against Megan Anderson. First pitch called strike 1. So Anderson, the 4th Golden Eagle pitcher of the day. They used 3 in game 1. And Anderson is the 4th pitcher. Here's the pitch. Nice changeup, just low. Drop ball dropped just in front of the plate, too low for a ball, so runs the count even at 1. One and one's the count to Henderson. Henderson looks, swings, and fouls it. She kind of came out of the batter's box a little funkily, so I don't know if that ball went off her ankle or if she just got out of the box a little bit, or she just knew that that was going to be a foul ball. Ahead of that pitch, runs the count to 1-2. Henderson stepping back in. Here's the pitch. And there's a shot down the left field line. That's going to have the distance, but it's pulled foul. Because that ball, if she straightens that out, that would have been her 4th home run of the season. But as it is, bounces off of the portage line, and someone comes out of there and picks up a ball. So you get a surprise, you get a ball, I guess, is what happens. Let's see if Henderson can straighten this out. Behind the count, 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Low, and actually going to hit Henderson, so she will take the free patch as that ball is going inside. It's going to hit off of her left foot. And the first base runner of the afternoon is for the Vulcans via a hit by pitchers, or hit by pitch. And that'll bring up Shayna Posler. She's batting .615 on the season, so if she has the requisite number of at-bats, she will be the leading batter for the Vulcans. That first pitch is ahead for a strike. Bosler, 7 games, 4 starts, 8 hits, 4 doubles, 6 RBIs. So she throws a bunt down to advance the runner. Throw is into right field, and that's going to be an error, and runners will be at the corner. So Anderson made the play but threw it into right field, and that will be quickly runners in on the corners for the Vulcans.
Number 9, Alyssa Young.
And that'll bring up number line the center fielder, Alyssa Young. She comes into this game batting a cool .320. So this middle of the lineup for the Vulcans are very, very powerful. Swing and a miss on the outside. Strike 1. We'll see how Anderson handles the pressure. This is the 2 runners on, 1 by way of a hit by pitch, 1 by way of an error. So still no hits for the Vulcans, but 2 runners and a chance to get some runs on the board here in the bottom of the second. 0-1 pitch, a slap foul. 0-2. We're going to take a look now at the runner on first. Unfortunately, Posler's not going to get credit with a hit. She'll reach by way of error, so she'll move to 0-1, but she'll take it if she can come around and score here. 0-2. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Good eye. Good eye. Young just stared that pitch down. Young now trying to get the first run across for the Vulcans. 1-2 pitch. And that'll be inside, but that will be a strike. That will be the strikeout. Good pitch there by Anderson to freeze Young.
Number 17, Jordan Paneri.
So that'll bring up Paneri. Left-handed batter. Freshman batting .400 coming into this game. The left fielder for the Vulcans. First pitch is a called strike. So Anderson settling down a little bit after giving up a hit by pitch and then an error. Strikes out Young looking, and now goes ahead 0-1. Here's the pitch. Ball right up to the second baseman. Throw to second, throw over to first, not in time. They will get the out at second, but a run will come through for the Vulcans. So a runner on first, 2 outs, and the Vulcans will lead 1-0. So Paneri will get credited
Next
with
up,
an
third baseman,
RBI,
14, Michaela Machinsky.
and that'll bring up Michaela Machinsky. And she hits her first pitch up to the shortstop, and that'll be an easy play for Klein. So after 2 innings, California and Clarion in game 2, California leads 1-0. And let's take a look. We took a look at the California leaders in the top of, or the bottom of the inning. So let's take a look at the Clarion leaders right now. As we see Klein coming into this doubleheader leading at .435. 2 players had 10 hits apiece. Once again, this is stats before the game 1 of the doubleheader. Home runs, that still stays the same since no one hit a home run in game 1. 2 players had 2, and then RBIs, Cartier had 14. Pitching Kelly leading the team with a 5.09 ERA. 1 win is shared by 3 players each. Strikeouts, Kelly led with 8, and innings pitched, Kelly with 11. So again, that just gives you a snapshot of what Clarion is bringing to this doubleheader. In California handled them in game 1 by the tune of an 11-3 win, as we're going to move to the top of the third, and facing the birthday girl Kelsey Barron will be the bottom of the order. That'll be Megan Anderson, Allison Gillum, and Rachel Helsley. Anderson we saw a little bit in game 1. I believe she came in as a pinch hitter. And then
the pitcher number 18, Megan Anderson.
Gillum and Helsley we did not see. So first pitch is a strike. Nice pitch. Barron really dealing right now. That was a no doubt strike. A lot of pepper on that. 0-1 pitch. About a 35-foot pitch as it rolls up to Wilson, the catcher. We can tell it's starting to get to spring as I had to shoo a bug away from my computer here. There's a pitch. Strike on the outside. Little change up. Barron moves ahead 1-2. Barron just checking the scoreboard, make sure it is 1-2. Looks in for the sign. Deals. Pitch high and outside. Evens the count at 2. So pitcher v pitcher matchup right now is Anderson facing Kelsey Barron. In California leading 1-0. Here's the pitch. Goes to the backstop and count goes to full. Looks like that ball just kind of squirted off the fingers of Barron. Runs the count to full. Top of the third. First batter. Pitch. Then be tapped right to Barron. Moves to her right. Throws to first base. And quickly the out is recorded. So Barron, as we're going to get a shot of her right now, just calmly moves to her right. Takes the ground ball. Throws to first base. And the first out is
Next in the box,
recorded.
22, Allison Gillum.
So that'll bring up the new second baseman, Allison Gillum. She is a sophomore for the Golden Eagles. A little taller player than we've seen last couple batters. There's the 0-0 pitch. Swung on and it's going to be dribbled out to second baseman Jaquay. Underhands it to first and 2 gone. As Jaquay had a little bit tougher play than I think it would have seemed on screen because that ball was kind of squirting out there. Had a really weird side spin. Did a good job of staying behind it and recording the out. So quickly 2 away here in the top of the third. And that'll bring up Rachel Helsley, the freshman designated player. Pitch swung on and fouled down the third baseline. Helsley getting her first cuts of the afternoon here. Again, first of 4 games between the two teams. Second pitch is a strike. Nice changeup. Took something off at 0-2. First games of this series was supposed to be played yesterday at Clarion, but due to weather conditions and field conditions, those games were postponed to, I believe, the 23rd. For the most up-to-date information, you can go to calvulcans.com. There's the pitch. And a strikeout. Big caught looking there. Is 1-2-3. Go the Golden Eagles. And California will move to the bottom half of the inning ahead 1-0. And we're going to talk a little bit about where you can find all the information for Cal U Sports information. And that will be Matt Kiefer and his staff do a great job of updating the website, calvulcans.com. That's where you can find the most complete information and up-to-date information on schedules, lineups, stories, and more. Also, you can get live stats. So if you're watching this game on YouTube, pull up the live stats so you can see the up-to-date statistical information as it happens. You can also go to Twitter on calvulcans.com. And then on Instagram this year, Cal Vulcans. No word yet if Matt is going to put together a sports information TikTok. That is something maybe you can do a thing on Twitter. Just tweet at calvulcans.com and say we want the Matt Kiefer Cal Vulcans TikTok. But enough of that, as we're going to move to the bottom of the order. California scoring a run in the last time they had. As we're going to move to the bottom of the third. I changed the graphic right there.
Shortstop number 22, Alexa Pastor.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Alexa Pastor. Pastor coming into the game, batting .267. She has started and played in all 9 games. First pitch, swinging, foul, out of play. Pastor, the number 9 batter for the Vulcans, basically serves as another leadoff hitter because she gets on, she has some wheels and can really keep that lineup churning for Coach Bertinoli and his team. But she's behind 0-1, swinging on the first pitch. Ball low, 1-1. Anderson getting out of a jam in the bottom of the second, had runners on first and second with 1 out. Induced a ground ball to second base. There's another foul ball. Induced a ground ball to second base for the second out. Wren came home and then got out of the inning with a pop-up. So Pastor now, excuse me, behind 1-2. Bottom of the third. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside. Count goes even 2-2. See a good shot at the catcher for Clarion. Wearing the tools of ignorance, which is an old term for the catching apparatus that catchers wear. 2-2 pitch. Slap down the right field line. Slicing foul off our screen. Umpire was right there. So Pastor going to go back and do it one more time. Two-two pitch. Inside, ball 3. Pastor doing a good job of waiting on that. So the count goes to full. There's the offering. Swung on. Shot to center field. Back to the wall and caught. Good job by the center fielder, Erin Boyer. She turned one way, then turned back the other in that wind, but did a good job of staying with it and recording the first out for Clarion. So that'll bring up the top of the order for the Vulcans. Brooke Wilson back at it for the Vulcans. She's 0 for 1 in the game, batting an even 400. First pitch, inside, ball 1. Wilson, as we mentioned in game 1, has had some injury issues in the past, and it's good to see her out there playing at as close to 100% as she can for the Vulcans. 1-0 pitch. That was about a 27-footer as it rolls up and will be a ball, 2-0. Did you see Anderson doing a pretty good job so far for Clarion in the circle for game 2? Pitch high and away, ball 3. So we'll see now if Wilson will be taking or if she's going to have the green light. She's a senior, so not sure. She may get the green light. Good hitter. 3-0 pitch. High, ball 4. So put a runner on first for the Vulcans.
Next in the box, second base number 6.
And that'll bring up number 6, Shalini Jaquay, second baseman, left-handed batter for the California Vulcans. See a good look at the pitcher-batter battle. First pitch. Low, a ball 1. So 5 straight balls out of the right hand of Anderson. Jaquay 0 for 1 in the game. Her average goes back down to 200. She's coming in batting a little under 200. And got over 200 with her performance in game 1, but now down to even 200. There's the pitch. The runner goes to second on a steal attempt, and she is safe. So give Wilson a stolen base. Coach Bertinoli getting the offense churning. That pitch was high and outside. It was a pretty good throw by Cartier, but just too much speed for Brooke Wilson. So that moves a runner into scoring position with a hitter's count at 2-1. So Anderson looks in. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside. Jaquay, a left-handed hitter, second baseman for the Vulcans. Shown some good form in the field early in this season. She steps in, 2-1. Anderson slows it up a little bit. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3. Outside and low, ball 3. So hitters count for Jaquay. Once again, conventional wisdom as the wind is really starting to blow from center field to home here. So it's going to take a poke to get out of here today. But conventional wisdom on a 3-1 count. Look for something inside and just turn on it. Here's the pitch. And she gets it, but she's going to pop it up down the left side. And that'll be taken. Oh, no, it's going to be off the glove of the shortstop. Wilson going to move to third, and Jaquay is going to move to second base. So not sure if that's going to be ruled an error or not, but as we see Coach Bertinoli
now batting the first
at third base. So put a runner
Wilson
on second and third. This Paige Wilson will move into the box with a chance for some ducks on the pond. So the middle of this order for California is there's a shot down the right right field. That going back, going to be caught, but that'll be deep enough to score the run. So give California a 2-0 lead.
The 2 outs now batting right fielder number 37, Charity Henderson.
And there'll be 2 outs. They'll bring up Charity Henderson, the right fielder for the Vulcan. So there's a ball. So runner on third. Charity Henderson at bat. Henderson batting .360. No at bat in this game yet. First pitch, or second pitch inside for a strike. Evens the count at 1. California leading 2-0. Henderson digging in. Counts at 1-1. Anderson looks in. Here's the pitch. Good eye inside as that almost rings off of her knuckles, but nothing to do as we see a shot of the runner at third. Selena Jaquay. 2-1, 2 out. Here's the pitch, slapped into right field, and that will be taken by the right fielder, and that ends the inning. So California gets a second run, once again on no hits, and no one person left on base. So after 3 innings, California leads 2-0. Now let's take a look at some more information for those of you who like to keep track of what we're doing in the world. We're going to take a look at the CUTV social media right now. As you see, you can follow us if you're watching on YouTube, CUTV Sports 1. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. You can find all of our shows that are uploaded, games live, and specials, such as our weekly shows are Vulcan Sports Wire, which we just started with Cal Sports Information Director Matt Kiefer, Caton's Corner every other week, forechecking on CUTV every other week, conversation with as we can get interviews. So a lot going on. You can also follow us at Twitter at CUTV_PA for some interviews and up-to-date links, and then on Facebook at just at California University Television. Also know this week we're going to have a special lesson, a golf lesson from our local golf pro and golf management major, Nolan Beastline, is going to give a lesson on some fundamentals of the grip and the stance. He gives me a thumbs up, so look for that this week. Oh, I got 2 thumbs up, so it looks like he's going to teach us both grip and stance. I'm glad I didn't lie to people. So that'll bring us to the top of the order. Carissa Giordano. She's 0 for 1 in the contest. The right fielder takes ball 1. She ended the last inning, the bottom half of the third, by catching the third out against the Vulcans. 1-0 pitch. And that's a nice pitch inside. Catches the corner for a strike. 1-1's the count. Kelsey Barron once again pitching on her birthday. Gets the 1-2 pitch to bounce ahead, and it'll be a 2-1 count. We said Giordano 0-1 in this game. Here's the pitch. Put on the ground, and it's going to be a foul ball, as it was fielded by Brooke Wilson anyhow, but it doesn't get out of the batter's box, so run that count to even, 2-2. So we see Jaquay, who is also charging on the play. So 2-2 is the count, top of the fourth, scores 2-0. Bear now. There's the pitch. Ball was slapped, fouled once again. Giordano being implored by her teammates to do something. And now the competing chant against the Vulcans. There's a shot into right field. That's going to be trouble, and it's going to be a diving attempt, but nothing doing. The throw to the second base, and it's going to be a 2-bagger. So Chelsea Giordano gets the first hit of the game for the Golden Eagles. So she will be on second with 2 outs, or excuse me, with nobody out. trailing 2-0.
Next up, the shortstop, number 2, Brooke Klein.
Henderson in right field doing a good job of trying to get to that, but just could not get there. So that'll bring up Brooke Klein with a runner on second. Clarion only trailing 2-0, so we'll see if Clarion's going to let her swing away or maybe play some small ball and move the runner over to scoring position. Pitches across for a strike. As we see a shot now of first baseman, right fielder Henderson. Made the attempt. Just couldn't come up with it. A good attempt, just couldn't come up with it. 0-1 pitch. Slapped foul. Over the bullpen. Right behind California's dugout. So Klein also 0-1 in this game. This is the first hit of the game, was just registered for the Golden Eagles by Carissa Giordano. Here's the pitch. Ball 1-2. I was getting ready for the strikeout call there, but it was just off the plate. One-two count. Foul ball. Right back at us, nothing doing. Wilson gets the ball and gathers it up and throws it back. No chance of her making that play, as it was a line drive off the backstop. So 1-2 is the count. Runner on second. The pitch. Framed up, but nothing doing. It was a little too far off the plate. Evens the count at 2-2. 2-2, nobody out, top of the fourth. California leading 2-0. Top of the Clarion order has Carissa Giordano with a base hit. She's at second base. Good hustle, did not stop. 1-2 pitch, low, and it's going to get away, and that's going to send Giordano to third. Throw down there, nothing doing, as that's going to run the count to full, as we're going to look at Giordano on third base. So we got full count, runner on third, nobody out. I'll probably be ruled a wild pitch would be my guess. Full count. Here's the pitch. Hit. Look back and throw to first, and a good job. And there's a throw to the plate. And she got underneath the tag. And that'll be the first run of the game for the Golden Eagles. So 1 out. So just to run through what happened, there was a shot to the shortstop, Pastor. Pastor looked her back, did a good job, but then threw out to first, and then Giordano kamikaze sprint to home and got under the tag. So Clarion gets their first run, and that will bring up Mackenzie Wolf. She'll look at ball 1. So Pastor did everything she could. She looked the runner back, but just Giordano went, and the return throws, that's ball 2. The return throw from Wilson to Wilson was there, but Giordano doing a good job of getting underneath the tag of Wilson to get the first run on the board. It cost Clarion an out, but they now draw within 1. So 2-0 pitch. Catches the corner for a strike, 2-1. So we'll see how Barron reacts to a little bit of adversity here in the top of the fourth. Here's the pitch. Slap to Jaquay. Jaquay takes it. Underhand toss to first and make that out number 2. Score that 4-3. And Jaquay with another put out, or another assist for the Vulcans. That'll bring up the catcher for Clarion.
The catcher, number 7, Jessica Cartier.
Jessica Cartier, which is one of the best names we've had so far this season. So 2 outs. First pitch is a strike. Cartier, the catcher, has had a pretty active afternoon, trying to keep the inning alive for the Golden Eagles. Nice crowd here at Lilly Field. 1-0 pitch is outside, evens the count at 1. And Clarion's dugout is screaming themselves hoarse. They're probably going to be happy there's no game tomorrow for them, as they're all going to have sore throats, as there's a pitch, a nice changeup outside, and that catches it for a nice strike 2. 1-2 is the count. So Bear now looking to get out of this inning with only allowing 1 run, and then hopefully get those Vulcan bats up and going. She steps off for a second, now back on the rubber. Here's the pitch. Tapped to third base. Machinsky charges, throws, and a nice play by Machinsky for the third out. So Clarion will they will draw one run closer.
One run.
As that will end
no errors and nobody left on base. Your score entering the bottom of the fourth.
the top of the fourth.
Clarion 1.
And then let's
1.
take a look at some more social media. And if you want to see some up-to-date pictures and things of that nature, Jeff Elson and his staff at Cal Times taking pictures and getting things up on their Instagram page at Cal Times News. Also, their Twitter is at Cal Times, and on Facebook, the Cal U Times. So a little bit more to remember, but definitely go to there on their Instagram reels for game information or game pictures, and also Twitter for news stories and Facebook for all of the above. So once again, we are moving into the bottom of the fourth. California leading Clarion by the score of 2-1 here. California, a little bit of a statistical anomaly on the scoreboard. They have 2 runs, no hits. Clarion has 1 run on 1 hit. So California, their 1 run was a result of a hit batter who came around on a sacrifice, and the second run came through as a result of an error. So that's how you get the 2 runs with no hits.
For KU, now batting designated player, number 31, Shayna Postler.
And that'll bring up Shayna Postler, designated player for the Vulcans. Coming into this game, hitting .615. And still hitting .615 because she has no official at-bat in this game. So Postler takes ball 1. This goes Bertagnoli. He's going to hustle out to his perch at third base. So one interesting thing about softball is baseball you always get the 8 pitches between innings, but softball you might get 1 or 2. So sometimes there's a ground ball to third that'll be thrown and collected at first. Good play by the first baseman for Clarion, Kelly. Throws a little bit high, but she was able to corral it.
Next up, center
But as I was saying,
Young.
some innings you have the pitchers take 1 pitch. Some pitches you have them take 2 or 3 pitches. So the between the inning breaks are pretty quick in softball. So Coach Bertagnoli caught a little off guard and now manning his perch at third base. First pitch is a strike to Alyssa Young. Young, the Vulcan center fielder, 0 for 1 in the game, 308 on the season. Anderson looks in. Here's the pitch. Change up that went about, and I think that went about 27 feet, which is not anywhere near the number of feet it needed to go. So that, of course, will be a ball 1, 1-1. Anderson's next pitch deals. Will be a called strike on the inside. Good pitch. Took a little bit off of that and froze Young. Young must have been looking for something high and outside. Got something slow and inside, and that's a 1-2 count. Pitch. Slap through the middle, and that'll be a base hit underneath the glove of the shortstop. So Young will get the first hit of the ball game for the Vulcans, and she will go to first. See Young talking to the first base coach for the Vulcans. And that'll bring up Jordan Paneri. Well hit ball. Klein, the shortstop for Clarion, did a good job of trying to dive for it, but came up with nothing but a dirty jersey to show for it. So left-handed hitting Paneri coming into this game, batting an even .400. She's 0 for 1, so that average drops down a little bit to .385. Still a very good start to the 2021 season. She's at an account 1-0. Here's the pitch. And the runner goes. Throw up to second. Not anywhere near in time, so that'll be a stolen base on ball 2. So California looking to get that run back that they surrendered in the top half of the fourth. Right here, as you get a runner, Alyssa Young getting a stolen base. Second stolen base of the game for the Vulcans. 2-0's the count to Paneri. Paneri with a runner in scoring position. Base hit would probably score Young. Here's the pitch. Pitch right down the middle for a strike. He runs the count to 2-1. Paneri, 10 hits on the Young season, 7 RBIs. So she is third on the team in runs driven in coming into this game. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3. So if you look at the middle part of this California lineup right now, from the 3 to the 7th spot. Yeah, 500, 360, 615, 320, and 400. That is a murderer's row if ever there was one. 3-1's the count. And Paneri right back to the pitcher. Throw over to first. Runner's going to go to third. Throw is not going to be in time, so it'll be a fielder's choice, and that'll advance the runner to third, and that'll bring up, as we see a shot of the runner on third.
With 2 outs now batting third base,
Young.
number 14, Michaela Machinsky.
Doing a good job of getting over. Mikhail Machinsky is set to bat, but I think Coach Bertinoli is going to go to the bench, and he will. He's going to bring in number 18, Brittany Wilson, the freshman. We saw her get a at bat in game 1. So we see the freshman taking some cuts. The freshman from West Allegheny. And actually, her RBI was the one that ended the game due to run rolls in game 1. Don't think she can end the game here on run rolls in the bottom of the 4th with only 1 runner. I don't think we're playing bonus power-ups here, but she does have a chance of the base hit to get California's 3rd run across. So 2 outs, runner on 3rd. Now it's also going to put some pressure on the catcher Cartier, because a wild pitch would also get Young home because she has some speed at 3rd. Good look at Wilson digging in. There's the pitch slapped into right field, and that will bring a run, a nice base hit, as we see the run score for a single for the pinch hitter, Brittany Wilson, and that makes the score 3-1, your California Vulcans.
Now batting 22, Alexa Pastor.
Good job of hitting there, Wilson on first base. That'll bring up Alexa Pastor, the number 9 hitter. She will look at strike 1. Pastor 0 for 1 in the game, batting .250 on the season. Oh, 1 pitch. Too far inside, 1-1. See Anderson trying to slow this Vulcan attack down. It's kind of like what California did in game 1. Didn't really break out as there's a shot to right center field. It's going to be back, but it looks like there's going to be enough room, and there will be enough room for the right fielder to end the inning. So California getting that run back, they surrendered. So after 4 complete here, California leads 3-1 over the Clarion Golden Eagles.
1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Your score entering the top of the 5th. Calumet 3, Clarion 1.
As we move to the top of the 5th, I want to make sure all of our friends back at home, and especially on campus, knows some exciting things that are going on with promotions. If you follow the Blaze Twitter account, there's a chance for virtual game day giveaways. So follow Blaze for info on how to win a Vulcan Nation prize pack courtesy of PSECU and B Graphics. When games are happening that we are covering during a school day, Gloria Minitello, our good friend, will put the game up on the Energy Zone, and I know Melissa Dunn and her Vulcan Nation gang will be around possibly giving away some giveaways. But the only way that you know for giveaways to happen is to follow Blaze on Twitter and make sure you know when those prizes are going to be given away. So a lot going on campus today. California's tennis team also in action across probably about a long par 5 from here at the tennis complex. Baseball is at IUP for a 1-9 inning game today, and then cross country, I believe the women's cross country championships are today. And then tomorrow we will be live from Wild Things Park for the Vulcan 9-inning game. It's a non-conference game against IUP. Much like last week against Clarion, trying to get games in. There's a certain number of games, especially this year with COVID, and trying to get games in. So a rare non-conference game against the IUP Crimson Hawks. As we move into the top of the 4th, there's the first pitch, ball 1. At bat for the Golden Eagles is the first baseman, Rebecca Kelly. Had a ringing double in game 1. Here's the pitch. There's a shot down to first base. Good job of Wilson getting in front of it. She's going to wear the bruise for the first out, but a great job of Paige Wilson just getting down, blocking that ball, and getting the first out. So that's something that if you're a pitcher, you love to see your teammates getting dirty, and that definitely will bring a smile to everybody's face. And sometimes a play like that just really will serve to energize the rest of the team. An unselfish play right there. First pitch is across for a strike, 0-1. That will bring up Hannah Norton. Norton the junior. Swing and a miss. 0-2 is... She was fishing. And the nearest body of water from here to fish is the Mon River, so not sure if there's enough room, as there's a pitch high and outside. As you know, trout season will be opening up here pretty soon, next month or so here. 1-2 is the count. California leading 3-1 as we're in the top of the 5th here. Beautiful sun-splashed afternoon as there's a dribbler back to the mound. And 1-3, Barron fields her position. And quickly 2 outs in the top half of the 5th.
With 2 outs now batting the pitcher number 18.
And that's something I've been really impressed with in the couple games we've done here so far, is just how fundamentally sound the Vulcan infielders are. Specifically in this game, we've seen Jaquay make a couple plays like that, and then the pitchers not really panicking on those balls with a lot of spin on them, just fielding them and throwing to first bases. There's first pitch across for a strike for Megan Anderson, the sophomore. Oh, and pitched a nice change up. Pulling the string, as there's a little smile from the birthday girl, Barron. And she had Anderson way out ahead of that pitch. 0-2, chance to end the inning right here. Low, ball 1. See Anderson now stepping back in. Clarion trying to stay in contact with California, trailing 3-1. California bed's going to be ready for a breakout inning. There's a ground ball to third base. It's going to be kind of booted, and it's going to be thrown into right field. Backing up the play is Henderson. But that will be a base runner for Clarion, as that will put Anderson on first base.
Next up, second baseman, number 22, Allison Gillum.
Not quite sure how that's going to be scored, as Allison Gillum will move into the box. She is 0 for 1 on the game. Ball 1, low. Couldn't quite see what was happening over there. Don't know if it was the third baseman that made the play or the shortstop that threw it away, but there's a lot between me and the third base area here at Lilly Field. 1-0 pitch, high and outside, ball 2. Allison Gillum wearing the 22. Pitch, fouled out of play. That's going to be towards the bullpen of the California Vulcans. It's Clarion trying to get a little 2-out magic here for the Golden Eagles. Here's the pitch. Low and outside. Runs the count to 3-1. Clarion scored 1 at the top of the 4th. California scored 1 at the bottom of the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. That's how we've arrived at this 3-1 game. And 3-1 count now to the batter. Swings and a foul ball. That'll be over the fence into the California batting cage. We see a nice shot of Kelsey Barron coming into this game. 1-0, 2.62 ERA. And the one game she has started, she finished. There's a ground ball over to third, fielded, throw over to first in time, and a good play right there for the Vulcans. Is staying on it was Brittany Wilson.
Top of the 5th, no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base.
As we're going to take a second to take a break, we're going to take our first commercial break here. You're watching Vulcan Softball right here on CUTV Sports 1.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR, it's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Whatever gets you talking. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
And we're back to action here. Bottom half of the fifth. Thank you for joining us here on CUTV Sports 1. First pitch is a strike to the leadoff hitter, Brooke Wilson. On the game, Brooke is 0 for 1, batting an even 400 for the season. 0-1 pitch, swung on and shot to right center field. That's going to be a base hit. Just gets down in front of the right fielder, so Brooke Wilson, a leadoff single for the California Vulcans. She will go to 1-3 on the afternoon. In California, as we were kind of talking,
Next up, the second baseman, number 6.
ready for a breakout inning, and Shalina Zakwe, second baseman for the Vulcans, left-handed batter, has struggled a little bit in the early going, but she will put the sacrifice down, throw to first, and it'll be out of play, and that's going to be extra bases for California coming around. That's now that Coach Bertinoli stopping the runner at third, but California putting the pressure on. Sometimes you just got to put the pressure on, and that error is going to have runners on second and third and nobody else. See Coach Bertinoli. He fought for a second of sending Wilson to the plate, but
29, Paige Wilson.
the right fielder for Clarion, Chris Giordano, was just backing up the play enough to throw the ball in to stop the run. But California in business now. Here's a pitch slapped into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Score a run for the Vulcans. Make it 4-1. Runners now on first and third, as that'll be an RBI base hit for Paige Wilson. Makes the score 4-1. See Paige Wilson on first, getting congratulations. Just nothing fancy right there. Took the outside pitch and shot it to right field, and that'll bring up Charity Henderson. And Henderson, as we said repeatedly, leads the team in home runs. She's 0 for 1 on the game, 346 on the season. Now Coach Bertinoli's talking to one of the umpires off the screen here, so not sure what's happening. Looks like we have pinch runner at first base for the Vulcans. Looks like it is number 3, Mackenzie Carson, the sophomore. And it is Mackenzie Carson, as we can see the 3 now. Infielder, outfielder, utility player for the Vulcans. So some speed on the first base now for the Vulcans. Henderson takes a pitch inside, ball 1. So you can definitely tell by the moves Coach Bertinoli's making, trying to put some pressure on Clarion. Jaquay put down a sacrifice attempt. The ball ended up in right field, so that put runners on second and third, and then Paige Wilson's RBI single puts runners on first and third. 1-0 count outside, 2-0. Now we got to see how Megan Anderson responds, the pitcher for Clarion. As we've talked a little bit this season, Clarion's pitching staff came in this game averaging over 6 runs earned a game. Henderson hits a fly ball to left field. That's going to be in foul territory and out of play. And so that'll be a long strike 1. Good effort by the left fielder, but Henderson will get to bat again. She actually had a foul ball earlier that would have cut through this wind. Was out, it was over the fence, but about 10 feet foul left. So Henderson has the power. batting over 300 coming into this game. She had 9 RBIs. There's a no throw to second base. That's a strike. So give Carson a steal at second base, the pinch runner now. So you got runners at second and third. Count is even at 2 apiece, 2 and 2. Henderson now. Base hit will bring in 2 more than likely for the Vulcans. Anderson looks in. Here's the pitch. Henderson hits a flare to second base, and it will be dropped. And the run will come across. So that will more than likely be ruled an error. The second baseman had it and just dropped it. Runner not moving at second, so runner will come across. 5-1 is your score, and that will bring to bat California, number 31, Shayna Postler, who's now the team leader in batting with a 5. Well, she may not. Well, yeah, she's 571. She was at 6:15 going into the game, so she's 0 for 1 in the game. Here's the first pitch. Will be a strike. As I reset the lineup, or reset the scoreboard. Once again, there's only 2 of us here today. Nolan Beesline running an amazing camera 2, and myself announcing a subpar game. But everything's spelled right today, so that's small miracles. Pitch high and inside. Ball 1, evens the count at 1. So runners on first and second. California scoring 2. They scored 1 run in the second, third, fourth, and 2 runs in the fifth. That's how we got to our 5-1 lead. California looking to keep the bats hot right now. 1-1 pitch. Catches the corner for a strike, 1-2. Postler kind of had the posture that maybe that was outside, but that's a pitch that the umpire has been calling consistently in this contest, so probably more frustration with herself not pulling the trigger. 1-2. Nice changeup, but low. But I tell you what, Postler doing a good job of not falling for that changeup in the dirt. That was a strikeout pitch, and she was not fooled. So 2-2. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth. California already has 2 runs across. Here's the pitch. Popped it up towards first base and was off our screen, and I believe that hit the the fence, and will be nothing but a foul ball. As we see Kelly over there, she made another good effort, but nothing doing. So 2-2. Postler again, trying to bring in some more runs for the Vulcans. Base hit will probably score 1 with the speed out there. Here's the pitch. Fouled in front of Coach Bertinoli at third base. Another foul ball. So Postler battling. And you can really imagine a player with that high of a batting average, over 500, will definitely bring a lot of contact to the mix. Coming into the game, has only struck out twice on the season. 2-2. Hopefully I didn't jinx her. Here's the pitch. And fouled back towards the parking lot. This is 20 years ago. That would have ringed off the second floor of the barn that used to sit on the property. Shout out to producer emeritus, Mr. Jared Wheeler, watching at home with the official dog of CTV, Sally. There's pitch, low outside, ball 3. And he knows all too well about the barn because we used to have to plug the old TV truck into that barn. You never knew if you were going to get power or blow up the barn. So always excitement here at Lily Field, but the barn's been long gone and now a nice practice area for the Vulcans. Full count. Here's the pitch. Swung on high, deep drive down the left field line. It's going to go foul off of our screen into the corner there. Good effort by the left fielder for Clarion, Mackenzie Wolf, but as you can see her running back to her position, she had about 125 feet to go. And I tell you what, Postler really took a healthy hack at that pitch. She can straighten that out. That might cut through this wind. So full count once again. Here's the pitch. Ground ball off the third baseman, and that's going to get a run home for the Vulcans. Throw to the plate is not going to be in time. Give Postler an RBI. That is just a seeing eye base hit. Third run of the inning makes the score 6-1 Vulcans, and runners will now be on first and second, and that will bring up, as we see, a shot of Hostler at first base. Doing a great job of fouling off a number of pitches, waiting for a pitch, and getting the RBIs. There's a conference at the mound telling Anderson to settle down as it's now 6-1. California head by 5. Still nobody out. Runners on first and second. And that will bring up Alyssa Young, the center fielder. Young swings at an off-speed pitch. Strike one. Young on the season, .333, 1-2 in the game. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight down for a second strike. So quickly, Anderson, his umpire is going to give a little courtesy right there to see. I believe the foul ball hit the catcher, and you'll see that a lot of times. The umpire will take care of the catcher. So they share a little moment because they're at the most danger out there. So everybody's set to go. 0-2. Anderson settling down a little bit. Here's the pitch. Low and inside, ball one. Waste pitch for Anderson. Again, the middle of this California lineup is dangerous, so definitely the engine that makes this machine roll for Coach Bertinoli. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that's going to be fouled near a gold rogue. And it misses the gold rogue, so you don't hear me cry on air. So that'll be a foul ball, long strike. Once again, runners on first and second. We're just joining us. California won game one, 11-3. Kind of a game like this, never really had a break on it until the middle innings, and then they got the run rule. And same thing here, California, a run here, run there, and there's a shot to left center field. That's going to get down in the alley. One run's going to come through, and that will make the score 7-1. So a ringing single into left field. Runners will stay at first and second, or just replace each other at first and second, and Young with an RBIs. We're going to take a look at Young at first base as there's a conference on the mound, and it looks like Clarion is going to switch pitchers, and Young's going to come up to talk to Coach Bertinoli. It's a 7-1 game. And I think California is kind of smelling blood in the water with the run rule. You're up 6. You get a couple more runs here. That could make the day end early for everyone here from Lilly Field. There's one of the best managers in collegiate softball history, a Hall of Famer right there, Coach Bertinoli, 2-time national champion, coach for the Vulcans in 97 and 98, has really done a good job of building this program and maintaining it through the many decades that he has been head coach here for California. And if anybody knows how to close out a game, it's him. And bet you he's probably just saying, hey, let's just wait for our pitches, don't do anything dumb. We've seen the last two at-bats for California fouling off a lot of pitches, waiting for the pitch, and then a couple ringing singles. And the coach is going to confer with his assistant coach as the new pitcher for Clarion will be the old pitcher, Rebecca Kelly, from game one. So you'll see this a lot in softball. Pitchers pitching both ends of, or both games of the doubleheader. A lot less stress on the underhand motion. Kelly actually pitched a pretty good first game. Didn't really get into too much trouble. Didn't really have a big inning. Just California scraping across a few runs here and there, and then the big inning. So that's kind of what's happened here. California, 1 run in innings 2 through 4, and then 4 runs so far across in the 5th with runners on second and third. So we're going to look back at Coach Bertinoli. The new pitcher getting one of her last warm-up tosses here. We see the umpire, who we had a nice chat with before the game about video feeds and how that they like to kind of watch and critique themselves. So umpires are working hard all the time, and always thankful for their service, because without umpires the games can't happen. So, and both umpires in this game have done a good job of calling consistent games and consistent strike zone. So that's all you ask. As now we're ready to set up. So you got Kelly, the starter in game 1, coming in relief in game 2. And stepping in to face her will be the left fielder, Jordan Pineri.
Batting for KU, left fielder number 17, Jordan Pineri.
On the game, Pineri is 0 for 2, 370 on the season. Number 17 for the Vulcans. First pitch goes to the backstop. Will be a ball, and that will send the runners to second and third. And that immediately gets the bench and the dugout up in full throat for the Vulcans, as now Jordan Pineri has runners in scoring position. Base hit here will probably score too, because once again, a lot of speed on the base paths for the Vulcans. Pitch inside, makes her move, ball 2. And Kelly now trying to shake off the left-hander. She's played the whole game. She pitched and played first base, and then she started at first base in game 2, and then is pitching now. Pitch high and outside, ball 3. Now what you don't want if you're Clarion is to have, that's 2-1, as that ball was actually called a strike. Don't want to give up a free pass here and load the bases. 2-1 is your count. Here's the pitch. Nice pitch inside. Nice fastball. Just catches the inside corner. Now Pineri just steps out. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Back to the pitcher. Looks it back. Runner will come through. Throw is late. So Pineri drives home a run. Make it 8-1 California. First out of the inning. And that will bring up to the plate for California, number 18, Brittany Wilson, into the game at third base. In place of Machinsky, there's the pitch. Low and outside, ball 1. Brittany 1-on-1 in the game, batting .267 on the season. And we saw her in game 1 with a base hit that earned the run roll. Here's the second pitch, fouled out of play. Everyone kind of looks towards the parking lot to see how their cars are faring, but there's a lot of room between the dugouts and the parking lot. Beautiful facility here at Lilly Field. There's the pitch. Nice pitch on the outside, called strike 2. Lefty versus righty matchup here. Brittany Wilson, the freshman catcher infielder. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Fly ball to center field. Should be deep enough to score a run. Here's the throw to the plate. And she will score. And that will do it. That will earn the run roll, make it 9-1. And California will win the second game of the doubleheader by the score of 9-1. So a very, very good afternoon of softball for the California Vulcans. They sweep both ends of the doubleheader, winning first game 11-3, and game 2 9-1, as the team is going to take a run out towards right field to salute the fans that are here. So a great day of afternoon. Once again, stay in touch with Cal Vulcan Athletics on calvulcans.com, and they will have the most up-to-date information. The next game in this series will be on Tuesday, and that game will be you can watch the live stats on that game on calvulcans.com. And then CTV Sports 1 will be live tomorrow from a rare non-conference PSAC 9-inning game between the California Vulcans and the IUP Crimson Hawks. So for the best camera 2 in the business, Nolan Beastline, I'm Gary Smith saying thanks for joining us this afternoon, and we'll see you tomorrow from Wild Thing Stadium, and next week for more Vulcan softball and baseball. You've been watching